work, what are your future aspirations? We know you're going to college for wrestling, right? We know that. And we know you're excited. Do you plan to stick with wrestling? Do you want to try something else? After everything you've been through, would you consider mentoring other athletes, younger athletes?
So I don't know if I would be good. I kind of think I'm like a Michael Jordan. Like, he was a better player than he was a coach,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe like along the way, because I've coached matches, kids, and stuff like that. But just right now, I don't really know if I do it. But I do like coaching kids just a little bit. Besides wrestling, though, I do want to become a psychologist. No, not become a psychologist. Go to get a degree in psychology, and then either become a sports psychologist or go into law school. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. And it depends on how my body is after wrestling. Because really, I don't want to stop wrestling until I'm like 35. I love it too much. But if my body doesn't allow it, I probably switch over to jiu-jitsu just to like stay on the mat. It's a little easier on the body. Definitely a lot easier than wrestling. But I want to be on the mat.
But with that right there is, especially with you doing jiu-jitsu, or we'll just say like MMA, right? The reason why you got a hell of a foundation, because the majority of people, even statistically in MMA today, are mostly dominated, and for a long time, the most successful people were always wrestlers.
Roman Greco.
They were always wrestlers. Even going into jiu-jitsu, that's a really a good advantage because you determine how things go. You have a foundation, so you'll probably be successful at it. You'll definitely be successful at it. And also, you was talking about your future aspirations and everything. And this is just me being me. I'm always giving advice, whether you decide to take it or not, but it's out here. It's more so to give you understanding about how things how we navigate things. Because a lot of what we experience, what I've seen in this life, Ashton, is we've done things backwards. And what I mean by this is we have this process. Sometimes we choose what we do, and then we want to find ourselves. But we've been doing it our whole life. I've done it early on. Erica, your mama, your father, most adults have. We've been taught backwards. So what this means is that you do your best at finding out who you are right now today. And then you align yourself with what you want to do in the future. Whatever the hell it is. But definitely make sure you always know who you are. Because as you progress, you're going to always have to find out who you are because it changes. Who you are today may not be who you are. By the time you're 25, you ain't going to be the same person.
You'll be completely different.
You'll be completely different.
You'll see the world completely different.
So the process of self-discovery is an ongoing journey. It never ends. But always know who you are. If you always know who you are, you'll always know what you need to do. Well, you have a better chance at understanding what you need to do. Let's put it like that. And then that's just the wisdom I want to impart on you. Just try to remember that.
Sorry.
Don't work backwards because it can kind of screw you up long term.
So, being that we've had this conversation, you have a lot of knowledge, right? I don't think you realize exactly how much knowledge you have, right? What advice would you give to other athletes? Maybe not even just wrestlers, but athletes in general. How would you tell them to keep going, even through wins, but more than anything else with their losses?
I'd say, like, I talked about this with my dad. I've never considered a loss. I've always considered it a learn. And I know people say that all the time, but it's real. You assess on how you lost, on even how you win. You can learn from winning. Everybody makes mistakes even when you do win. I'd say just, of course, never give up, but focus on the small things. The small things make the big things. It could be a matter to your footwork, your sleep schedule, your training schedule, but the small things. I had to learn that. People are so stuck on the big picture on why this stuff is not happening. They look over the small things, and I think the small things matter. And I definitely think that is something that all athletes, all people should learn and remember and should stick by that.
Well, that is phenomenal. You are a phenomenal young man. You have a great mind. You articulated everything well. And we're going to get ready to bring this to an end. The only thing I want to share with you, I don't know if Erica has anything to share with you, but it's this right here. You dream and think big all the time, kid. It takes as much energy to think big as it does to think small. Think and dream big all the time. And you got that, okay?
Piggybacking off of that, don't ever let anybody put you into a box, Ashton. You know what I mean? Or even if you box yourself in, the greatest advice I can give you is never close the lid, right? Just because you're experiencing something right now, it's just a small moment in time. It's not your life. You have a whole life to live. And starting out great, if you stay with what you're doing now, you stick with the mindset you have now, and you grow on it, you're destined for greatness.
So, everyone, this has been Ashton Boswell, the making of the man himself. The man beyond the battle. He kills it on the mat, and he's going to kill it in life too. Everybody, thank you for tuning in, listening to this episode of the Students of Life podcast. Live and learn.
Life is a lesson.